All right, welcome back to another edition of the Hills of Stanley Park, or Stanley Park Hills. Today is another attempt at the Stairway to Heaven. We started from the base, midway, stopped, took a rest, stretched our legs. This is all one complete video. I think it's a little under about 8 minutes, or under 10 minutes, I believe. So no stopping or anything. So something a little interesting happened today. As I said, when I was setting up, as you can see here on the screen, at the base of the hill, a couple of tourists came. One guy came by and went up this bike, up this hill, and then he started walking. Then I'd say maybe about 3 or 4 minutes later, a lady came by and did the same thing and started walking up the hill. So obviously they must have walked up until the midway point and then said, oh, well, this is going nowhere. I can't push it up that hill. And they ended up riding their bikes down. They go, hey, you guys should have stopped and asked me stuff. I would have told you guys this is the wrong way for you to be going. And then oddly enough, I saw them on the way back. They went back onto the seawall and rode around Stanley Park. I saw them just at the southern tip of Lost Lagoon, just as I was going up to what is it? Not Davy. Anyhow, when I was finishing my ride, I saw them. The same couple. So, oh, okay. So once again, this is another attempt at Stairway to Heaven. One complete video. First time I actually tried to film this, I think a couple of days ago, and I had the camera mounted to my handlebars, and due to the fact of my $60 action camera, Costco, the wasn't couldn't screw it on tight enough, so it was flopping all over the place. So that video just ended up in the garbage. But this is it. So this is we're going to be taking it from the base to not midway, but a third of the way. You see me standing around there catching my breath, and then I'll continue on. So let us get the video rolling. Okay, so there we are. Camera is attached to our helmet. We're getting on our bike, and we're going to be starting off here. I think we may see, I think the lady riding her bike down. I can't remember who was on this. We might see them over in the oh, there we go. That was the lady. Yeah, I think she was actually walking her bike down. No, I don't know. I can't remember. But this is from the actual base of the Stairway to Heaven. Continuously filming. I go up, stop about a third way, and then stretch out and have a drink of water. And I made a mistake today, as everyone knows who's following this channel or has seen my videos before. I'm a sit-down rider, which means climbing hills, I'm always sitting down. So it's essentially important for me to have my seat post adjusted perfectly. If it's especially going up this steep hill, I want to have the maximum extension on my legs, but I also want to be able to touch the ground because, as you know, in these videos, there's lots of stops and starts. I think there's 2 or maybe 3 times I stopped and start on this this attempt. I think it was because of my seat adjustment was too low. I wasn't able to get the maximum, but it's a very difficult balance. I want to have basically the maximum amount of stretch I can get on my legs, followed by the ability to be able to touch the ground also. So it's a kind of a very delicate situation, so to speak, because if you do it wrong like I did today, it just does not work out. I knew as soon as I set off from the second part, because I think I adjusted my seat here. Oh, I think it was a little bit high, and I put it down, and it was way too low. As soon as I started huffing up that first hill, I screwed up my seat adjustment. So as I said, this is just me taking a little bit of a breather. Um, Hopefully sometime this year, I'm not going to guarantee, but hopefully sometime this year I'm going to be able to do it one go right from the bottom all the way to, I don't know, the real top or maybe the paved top. That would be a hell of an accomplishment to go all the way, including the paved part, last hell section at the end there. But I'd at least like to get to the paved part non-stop. But as I said, the bike has been on mothballs for about 5 months now, and I do not have my riding legs at all, which is very, very evident. Is the first time I attempted to conquer this, and then every day successively afterwards. It's just not. I don't have my legs are not strong enough to do it right now. So hopefully, as I said, hopefully I will be able to do that, and then I'll have to go over to the Widowmaker Part 2, which is my tradition thing that I have to go and successfully scale that with non-stop. That is challenging too because it's such a burnout to get to the base of that hill, and then it's crazy steep. Just go over to my YouTube, the YouTube channel here, and you can see. I think, yeah, it's called the Widowmaker Part 2 or Widowmaker 2. I think it's listed in the YouTube channel. So it looks like I'm all rested up, and I'm going to continue on and attempt to make it to the top of Stairway to Heaven. I do, in fact, make it to the top of Stairway to Heaven. I don't, in fact, make it non-stop. I think I put my feet down 2 or maybe even 3 times. I know, because this basically ended up at this first section here is such a steep section, and I think, oh, okay, you get up here and you get some sort of rest. Banging a left here, there's no rest for the wicked on this. If I stopped pedaling, the bike would cease to move forward. So, but I do make it to here, right, and then left, and then I think the next right, I think that's basically where I bailed out in the first video. But I can feel it right now. It's just like, oh, damn it, my seat is too low. And there's no real any place on this path for me to stop and adjust my seat because it's just too much of it. It's too narrow. So I push through, and there we go. All right, and then we're gonna go up here. See, not only the importance of maintaining speed, but the line is so very, very, very important on this hill. There's stop number 1. That's basically where I stopped. The previous time I went over to the left, I stopped there, and I actually had to shimmy up because that's basically the vertical wall that no way of getting at that from a complete standing stop. So shimmied up a little bit, and then took a rest, and then continued on. I can't remember where else. Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? But there was I didn't see any other than those 2 tourists that were lost. I don't think I saw any walkers or joggers on the path, and that's just me looking down and me looking up. As I said, it's a very, very steep and difficult hill to climb, but I've done it numerous times, but I have yet to have done it this year. And basically this year I've added on the extension of the actual from base camp, as I call it, which is enough to get your heartbeat racing and your legs burning. So I'm going to try to go on again. I know where else I put my thing. Then I got to go up. You got to go up, bank it right, and then you got to. Okay, this is my second stop point, and I think actually even the last section, that's where I stopped. I was trying to follow my line, slipped down into the gully that someone has so graciously tried to fill in with gravel, and I put my feet down again there. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to trick anyone because you can tell that. So there we go. I'm pushing off. Got to keep on this narrow little path here. And then there we go. And usually my line is the left here. And see, I wasn't up high enough, and I dropped down there. Kadunk. Had to put my feet down, put them back on the pedals, and then continued on to the top, or what is it, 3/4 of the way, I would say. But basically this is where I always stop and have a break, sit on that rock, take the camera equipment off, have a drink of water, and then prepare for the last little leg of the climb. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.